Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm here today to show you my little haul that I got when I went to the opening of the new Honeypot Crafts in Sheffield. Just moved my trimmer, I don't need that. On Sunday. So these were my goodies that I got. And yes, some of them, they're just, your staple things that you need to keep topped up on. I got some little glue bottles with metal tips and pins. They were £2.99. They're Woodware brand. I got these. I'm not going to go into these too much today because I won't be using them today. These are called Luscious Pigment Powders by IndigoBlu, and they have a lovely like iridescent sparkle to them, and you can mix them with anything and everything. That's why I bought them. So you'll see me using these in wax, in sprays, in texture pastes, yeah. So they did seem quite expensive, £25 for 5 pots, but that's £5 a pot, and they last forever, and you can mix them in other products, which is what I wanted. So I'll list all these in my description. I finally brought myself a stamp scrub it. I'm going to open this so we're not glaring too much. It's just basically for cleaning your stamps, yeah, rather than rubbing it for 3 days with a baby wipe. I mean, I've not got my Tim Holtz stamps clean that I use with the stays on. I'm hoping this will help bring them up. And it is by Ranger. Yeah, it's just one of those things I've never got round to buying. That were £4.50, £5.50. I've just dropped bag on floor. Of course they have. Oh, £4.50. And these, look at these. Oh my word, how gorgeous are they? These are from Phil Martin's range. It's Phil who, yeah, he owns Honeypot Crafts, yeah. It's his store, but he also has a range of stamps, dies, and all sorts of other crafting supplies called Sentimentally Yours. Yeah, these are available other places. You can get any of these things I'm showing you today at Honeypot Crafts online, but it does these through shopping channels. I don't know whether Honeypot Crafts shipped to USA, I'm not sure, but they will have other outlets. So yeah, they're gorgeous. I've got a dragonfly set and a butterfly set. We'll look at those more closely when I open them in a minute and use them. Now, the other thing I got is this. I didn't buy this. My friend Bev, who dragged me out to house to go to shop opening, gave me this. She were lucky enough to win the raffle on the day. Yeah. And she'd already bought this herself separately, so she gave it to me. And this is, you get a magazine, and in it you've got 37 stamps, there's papers, there's toppers, there's dies, there's an embossing folder, and I've not even opened this yet. I waited until I could, yeah, open it. I'm just looking for price on it, because like I said, I didn't buy this. I've no idea how much it is. They normally run about £10 to £15, these kind of things. So I'm going to grab my skizzers and open it. So let's see what's in it. Wee-hee. Oh, some of these stamps look like they're going to go with ones I've bought, which is fabulous. So that's everything. That's everything in the box. What we've got here. Oh, one of my papers is a little bit bent, but I can live with that. Ooh, nice. Oh, these are going to make fabulous toppers, aren't they? Look at these. And they're they're not too thick, not too thin. I'd say it feels about 130, 120, 30 GSM. Ooh. These are going to be fabulous for that steampunk journal I want to do. Well, I've started doing it for a swap with a friend. Oh, look at the butterflies. That is gorgeous, isn't it? Just going to check my lights okay. Again, we've got clouds coming in and out. Sun coming in and out from behind clouds. That's better. So, ooh, look at that. Ooh, I bet the new stamps I've got to stamp lovely on that. Is there 2 of everything? Yeah, it looks like I've got 2 of everything. That's good. I wonder if I was supposed to get 2 of everything. Wonder if that's why that back corner got bent, because they put me 2 in. So I'm not going to go through the rest. We've seen them, haven't we? But they are fabulous. Right, so that's the papers. We've obviously got the magazine, which might... Oh, it's not too glary and shiny. You've got Phil's face on everything. Not a bad thing. Ooh, full of lovely ideas and step-by-step instructions. I'm not going to go through the whole magazine. I just want to see these. Oh wow, it's 2 stamp sets. Oh, it's not an embossing folder, it's a stencil. Oh, that's even better. I've got too many embossing folders. I really have. We've got a couple of dies and a stencil. You do want to come out at packet. I'm telling you, you want to come out at packet. Yes, you did it. So, with love, that says, oh, that's lovely. You could even put that in a journal, not just a card, couldn't you? And that's the stencil. Yeah, you can see it. Keys, lock. And then we've got the flowers in the grass. Oh, I really like that. That'd be fabulous in a journal page or pocket. I mean, I suppose these are designed for card makers, but us journalers like to adapt things, don't we? Repurpose them for our own needs. Take the plastic off. Oh, that's lovely. That's a sentiment stamp set. I've got with love, happy birthday, best wishes, just for you, special day. So that's fabulous. Get well soon, thinking of you, warm wishes. Ooh, some cute little cogs, a little splash, and the cutest little butterfly. Oh, look, a little group of butterflies as well. Love them. Oh, but these are the ones I really wanted to see. Oh, wow. They're just perfect, aren't they, for journalers, these? Loads of clocks. Very steampunky. I didn't even realise, looking at the front of the magazine, that any of this stuff in here would be steampunk. I would say soft steampunk, yeah. Oh, I've got a sewing machine. I don't have a sewing machine stamp. I've got a lovely corner stamp there. Oh, postage stamps. Oh, wow. Yeah, you can pay what this magazine costs just for a set of postage stamps, can't you? We've got the hand and the finger. I don't know what else to call it. Feathers, another buzzy bee. That's different to one I've got. And it is, all bees are buzzy bees. There's never just a bee, is there? A crown. I think I'll stamp that on for me. I'll wear it. So, they're the stamps. Oh, I love them. Right, now on to the stamps that I'm going to be using. These are gorgeous. I'll just tilt them so we're not glaring. Look at that. So what you can do with these stamps, you can bring them closer together and it will print a full background image, yeah? Or you can use them individually, as seen. These are $14.99 each. Now, normally you wouldn't see me paying that much for a stamp, but these look so versatile. Plus we've got 10% off. I don't know if there's still 10% off on website. I honestly don't know. So let's have a... Ooh. Oh, I could even ink that up and stamp down onto it. Oh, I love them. I'm just going to take one off. And I do like stamps where you've got the image. So, oh yeah, that fits together. So you can bring that down closer. Oh, I like it. I was hoping you could like put them all together and stamp them all at once, but I don't think it's quite designed like that, is it? Let's take that one off. But they would be fabulous for clusters. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, they nearly go together, nearly. Oh. I'm beginning to wish I've not took that off now. Cause, no, I couldn't have put it on my stamping platform, could I? It wouldn't have stuck, would it? No. Oh, they're very nice stamps. And they're the polymer stamps. They're not just acrylic. They're not, yeah, they're the lovely thick. They're not the ones that stretch and change shape. They are polymer stamps. So I love these. Right, I'm going to get my stamping platform out for these. Because, you know, sometimes when stamps are new, I got my stamping mat out and now I've decided to go for platform. When your stamps are new, they don't quite stamp as well. Mind you, having said that, polymer stamps tend to be okay for that. Move this other stuff that I've been showing you out of the way. Otherwise it's going to get in the way of my stamping platform. We don't want that, do we? No, we don't, Rita. Right. So, I'm going to use my little, it's not my Tim Holtz one, it's my little one. And because they're thinner stamps, they're not the foam or rubber backed ones, I need to put my piece of foam in my stamping platform. Right, let's grab, I've got some card out ready. It's not, I don't know what weight it is. It's not proper stamping card. It's not perfect, but I knew I was going to be chopping it down. So I need to chop it down to the size that fits in here, which is 5 inches by, what is this? 1, 2, 3, is it 7? 4, 5, it's about 7. Something like that. Right. So I'm going to cut down to just under 5 by roughly 7, because this only goes to, I've just discovered today that I can put some marks on the bottom of here to get myself 6.5 and 7 inches. Why has it took me 3 years to notice that? Why? I've no idea. Is that for, yeah, no, yeah, but no, but yeah, but no. It's too long. There were a British comedian, Warwick, I can't remember, who used to say that, yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but yeah. I don't know it where, I really don't. I'll cut these down a bit smaller. I just wanted to get rid of that iffy bit, because this is card that's been knocking around in my craft room for a good long while, and edges were a bit squinky. I'll cut this one down while I've got trimmer out, shall I? Yeah. And I'll just cut these in half. I want to stamp some pockets. When I decorated my, did I get a name? No, I just called it my journaling under an hour, didn't I? That green journal I made from file folder. I didn't have many bottom, I didn't have any bottom corner. I had one, didn't I? One bottom corner pocket and no top pockets. So that's one of the reasons I bought these stamps, because I thought they would be perfect for that. So I'm going to start, I'll use this thicker piece of card. So I'll pop that in. I'm not going to clean my stamp first, because I didn't think it far enough ahead to get anything to clean my stamp with. I want to make a pocket, and then I'm going to try and tear around the edge. Yeah, try and tear down that edge. It might work, it might not. So it lines up nice, because the stamp doesn't stretch. Right, I think I've got bottom stretch, yeah. Right, let's see what occurs. Now, I've not decided, I don't know whether I want to stamp it in black. I think I might want to stamp it. Ooh, very sticky. Don't move the card, don't move the card. Right, I'm going to use my VersaFine, because that's the one that picks up detail really well. I'm going to try it in this vintage sepia, see what occurs, shall we? See what occurs. Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what occurred. I dropped it. I normally like these as well, because your lid is attached to the ink pad, so you've got more to grab onto, and then I dropped it. I've got butterfingers, and because I've just got a great big splodge on there, I want to clean that off. I don't want to risk anything untoward going on my paper. I did actually bring myself a Timmy towel, as Fiona, who is Miss Painterlock, calls them. Just a towel to use rather than baby wipes. I've been watching Dash of Dave. Dave uses a towel. Fiona uses a towel. I do use baby wipes sometimes. I used to use a cloth, but I ran out of cloths, so I need to stop being lazy, don't I? Right, let's stamp this anyway and shut up waffling. Bit of pressure. I always like a bit of pressure, and then I just sort of smooch it a bit. But I do find if you leave your stamp down on paper longer, it gives that ink time to transfer. I can't wait to see this. Look at that. I'm coming a bit nearer with it. That is absolute. That's just a pocket all on its own, isn't it? Or you could even just stamp that at the bottom of a page. I absolutely love that. Wow. I was going to come in and colour some butterflying, but I just don't even think I need to now, and I don't need to give it a second impression. What I was going to do is try and rip it, but do you know, because the stamp looked like it were a rip, I now don't think it needs it. I think I'm going to try and cut this. Let's see what occurs. Yeah. So here we go. It's not like a perfect fussy cut I'm doing. I'm just going to get a bit of a wobbly wonk, just basically like the stamp. But I'm not obviously tracing. You could trace around stamp, I suppose. But I'm just making it up as I go along. A bit like... a bit like my life. Oh, that's gorgeous. But if you don't have stamps like this, you could arrange a collection of any stamps you've got, or you can over stamp. You can lay one stamp down and then another. That's the perfect pocket, isn't it? Now, if I were mass making these, I wouldn't put any colour on anyway. I would just do that, and then say I were making a journal, a purple themed journal, I could come in and just colour in some bits of butterfly in purple. I wonder how these go with heat embossing. Oh, I bet they're so good. Should we try one? Because that doesn't need... It's done. There you go, we've got a corner pocket. Fabulous. So you've got corner pockets, left-handed, right-handed. Top corner pockets, left and right-handed. Then these, I think, will make fabulous clusters. And I think I'll just stamp these and try some heat embossing with them. Because I can. Right, look at me, I'm so untidy. Never put lids on. I've put them stamps down there when... Why did I even take them off already? Oh, I've just dropped ink. Right, just stop it now. I've got the drops today, I really have. Right, let's get that stamp scrubby out, because I'm going to get a whirl. Stamp scrubby. Right, you might tell me in a minute I'm doing this wrong, but my idea is I'm going to... I don't know, should we spray some water on stamp or scrub it? I'm going to spray some water on stamp, and then I'm going to scrub it on the scrubber, and then I'm going to see what occurs. Woo! I've just knocked my glue bottle over. Looks clean. How clean is it? Oh, you can see it's not perfectly clean. I don't know. I bought this and I don't even know how to use it. I wonder if it tells you on packet. Do you think if I were to read instructions, I'd actually know what I were doing? It's not always first thing I think of, that with something, reading instructions. I've lost bag already. I'm an absolute clueless nightmare. Where'd it go? It'll be on the floor somewhere. I dropped it on the floor once. So yeah, we've got a stamp scrubber. We've lost instructions already and went to clue how to use it. It looks pretty clean, that now, though. I think maybe if I had my stamp on a block, it would be working much better. There we go. I'm happy with that. That looks clean now. Yeah. Whee! There you go. Got a stamp scrubber. Don't put it anywhere where you're then going to put paper on it and get it wet. I think that's a good little note to self, isn't it? So, where did you go? Oh, you're off front, you aren't you? Welcome to How Not to Stamp 101. You can tell I don't stamp often. But now I've got gorgeous new stamps, I think I'm going to be stamping a little bit more. Right, I'm going to try some heat embossing. I really am. So, let me get my powder tool. You know, the one that we rub over to stop static. Have I got my heat gun out? I haven't got my heat gun out because I weren't going to emboss. I was just going to stamp. What did I say in my last video? My motto is, there is no plan, therefore the plan cannot go wrong. So yeah, no kidding. The eagle-eyed among you will have noticed that I disappeared then. I remembered I'd got my heat gun downstairs because I've been drying, I've been drying. I feel like Peter Kay. Been drying, yeah, seam binding. I've been colouring it and drying it. So it was downstairs. Right. Got my powder tool. This, when you're stamping, if you use this powder tool, it will stop the powder, the embossing powder sticking to where you don't want it. You probably don't need to put that much on, but I'm just making sure I've got job done properly. Yeah. So that's that. I will then be stamping these two on and then cutting around them, so it don't matter if they're not straight. That's that. And you know, while I'd pause the video, yeah, put your magnets on, woman, and then it won't lift it up. I need some new washi tape on my magnets. I'm getting deja vu now. I think I said that the last time that I stamped. Right, and here's me embossing powder stash. What colour shall we do? I might just do some, I'm going to do it in black. Look at that. Black embossing powder. I think that'll be good. Oh, sparkly Christmas red. I don't honestly have a lot of embossing powders, because I tended to emboss with clear ink, with coloured ink, and then put clear embossing powder on. But that's a bit shinier than I would like today. So today's embossing is going to be done with Versamark and black. Because I think it looks so good, doesn't it, on there, the black. Right, so I'm going to ink my stamps up with this Versamark ink, which is the clear watermark ink. It's the one I used when I did that resist embossing technique. Well, that last week or week before. I don't know. I don't know what day it is. Why would I? Right, so we're going to stamp. While that just sticks down, I'm going to grab a piece of label backing. I'm going to use this for catching my embossing powder. So that's that. I'm going to take that off, move it to one side, and then we're going to put the embossing powder on. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a mess. This has obviously been laid down. It's got trapped in the lid and now it's just gone everywhere. Look at that. It's really dirty, that. It's everywhere. Silly woman. So we used this so that we didn't get embossing powder everywhere. We have got embossing powder everywhere. I've just nearly knocked the embossing powder over. Wow. So not only is it how not to stamp 101, we've now got how not to emboss 101. And this card, why am I doing it in there? Just tip it on card, woman. God, if I knew what I was doing, I'd be really good. Right, you can see I've not got enough for that. Can you see? That is what the powder tool does. It stops the ink, the embossing powder sticking where you don't want it. So if you start flicking this off back too viciously, you lose embossing powder off where you do want it. So I'm going to grab a brush, a little brush. You don't want a huge brush, woman, just grab a little one. There we go. And I'm just going to get rid of that. It's not, I know I'm going to be cutting around that, so it's not like end of world, is it? But we don't want embossing powder where we don't want it. Because we've got it all over at desk. Why would we want it all over a piece of card? Right. I'm going to have to be very careful doing this one now, aren't I? Whee! Yeah, that looks good. Right, we'll put some of this back in tub. I can't believe that all came out at lid. I now know not to store my embossing powders laid down. You learn something new every day, don't you? And that's been today's lesson for me. Luckily I had this other mat down, because I'm just going to tip that on the floor. There you go. That's my stamp mat. I've got some here. I'll just... Look at me waving my hands about next to an open bottle of embossing powder. I'm not safe. I need a tag around my neck that says requires adult supervision. Did I put lid on that? Did I heck? Oh, silly woman. Right, I'm going to move that anyway, because I think if I stick heat on that, it might shrivel up and die. It could do, couldn't it? I really don't know. Right, I'm going to have to emboss this in mid-air because I didn't get any mats ready. I did not get any heat-proof mats ready. So let's do some mid-air embossing. Right. Hopefully you'll see this turn. Do, 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 do. I'll provide my own elevator music. Hopefully this embossing powder still works. Does it have a shelf life? Tell you, I ain't got a clue. Oh, it's turning. Oh, it is a little bit shiny, this anyway. Can you see? Oh, I like. Look how detailed these stamps are. I was worried that it might not show through when it were embossed, but really good. I think I've turned all that one now. What will happen if you've not heated it up? It will rub off. Now heat gun's warm, this one might start to go quicker, and it has done. So if I heat from underneath, you might actually see it. I can see it. It's nearly done. Whee. Right, that's it. I'm not going to touch it straight away while it's still warm. But I can touch around edges. Yeah, can you see we've got little bits here? That embossing tool, I'm thinking I probably just didn't bother putting any powder into nib. So is that, yeah, look, can you see now? And it feels like, well, it is, it's plastic, isn't it? What is embossing powder? They're just basically little plastic crystals. Oh, I like the feel of that. And what I'm going to do is exactly what I did with that corner one. And I'm just going to, if I'd used thinner card, I could have perhaps ripped it. But I didn't. Yeah, I've got quite a few little specks. Yeah, what I forgot to do with my powder tool is to shake some powder down into bristles. But because of the style of this stamp, it's still all good. Whee! Whee! Nearly there. I think I'd like this stamped on some tea-dyed paper. I quite like that. I'm going to ink the edges just because I can. Ooh. Now, if you wanted to do any more inking on this, you could, because this is now waterproof. I really like that. And let's cut the other one. We've done one, we'll have to do the other. I'm going to cut this one a bit quicker. I think I went a bit too detailed on that one. I turned it into a fussy cut really, didn't I? Look at the speed on her now. Look at her go. Whee. this is the most simple use of these stamps, but that would look so good on some other bits of paper. Make a little cluster out of it. I could stick a few gems on it. Oh, I really do love quality of these stamps. Which do we like best? I think I like that best, but that is still good. It has its place. It's more gothic, that, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, you can even make out the word post office. And quite often you do lose some detail when you do heat embossing, but I'm still loving how much detail these have retained. So that's that. Right, let's clean our stamp off. Where's my kitchen roll gone? I've probably lost it. Oh, I've got a stamp scrubby, haven't I? Look at me. Totally forgot I owned a stamp scrubby. But will stamp scrubby work on sticky embossing ink? I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to tell if it were gone. So I'm just going to do it with a bit of, yeah, that's it. Bit of kitchen towel and water. Right, so that's those. Oh, I think I'm going to do those again in brown. Because we can. So, I'm just going to dry them. With dry side. Clip them down. You really could mass make these. I think I'm starting to. This might turn into one. Impromptu mass make. Don't know what my impression's going to be like because I've just had water on this. We'll see, won't we? Whether it'll bleed or not come out right. Oh, it's come out perfectly. Me like it. So let's see if we can cut this one out a bit faster than we did last time. You could just put that on a tag, couldn't you? But I just fancy this idea of making clusters out of them. Yeah. I'm going a bit faster now, aren't I? Speed chopping. Whee. That's one. I do love my Tim Holtz scissors, you know. They've saved me a fortune. I used to be buying scissors all the time till I invested in these. And I don't look after them. I do everything with them. I cut paper, I cut fabric. Yeah, they're a little bit, seem a bit blunt now when you're just cutting cotton. But I've had them years. Right, let's clean this one with the stamp scrubber. Where's it gone? I've lost my stamp scrubber. There it is. Crazy lady. Can we still see? Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on light. I'm losing light. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. It sounds very vicious. But it seems to do the job. I think there's enough water on it now. I don't know if this is even how you're supposed to use it. I'll probably have people in comments going, no, what are you doing, lady? Hey, crazy lady. That's something someone said to me when I were young, when I were in London. I don't know what. In fact, I've got quite a few international viewers now. You might be able to tell me. I'm sorry for sounding, ignorant, but all I could say is their accent sounded European, and they thought I was absolutely crazy because I was crossing the road before the green man came on, and then someone else did say to me later, I think a bus driver, says that's because in some European countries that is an offence. I don't know. I'm talking this were in 90s. Yeah, I don't know if that is still the case now. Right, let's bring them all back in. But the traffic were at a standstill. I weren't waiting at crossing. I was too impatient to get to the other side. Everyone, they were shouting at me, this group of tourists. Hey, crazy lady, come back. And I didn't. I just carried on crossing road. I even remember what I was crossing road to get. I wanted a little tin shaped like a London bus. Yeah, out of this shop I'd seen. So yeah, there you go. Right, oh, I so like those. Ooh, yeah. I've got a journal. I don't even have a journal to hand to show them in. Well, yeah, that's... Right, I've grabbed this roll of Hessian. I just do think the hair would look so nice on that's a big roll of Hessian. Why is it why have I re-rolled it opposite way? Da, da, da. I'm not doing well today, am I? There we go. That's the edge that I'm on. Right. Oh, I think that'd look so good on a journal. Right, so I'm just going to hack into this Hessian. Hack, hack, hack. I used to cut it. I used to be so careful cutting this. So I was going along and it was perfectly straight. My attitude has changed a little bit as I do junk journals for longer. I like things to be a little bit more random than I used to. I just feel I want to. No, I'll put it that way. Because my Hessian's got a little bit curled. Because for some reason, when I used it last time, I've rolled it up the wrong way. So this is like from the centre of the roll, isn't it? Yeah, I just think I want to glue that on and randomly cut round it. So, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab a piece of label backing to put underneath. Because the glue is going to seep through into it and it's going to want to stick. And for the interests of speed, I'm going to use my Beacon 3-in-1 because I know it's going to dry really quick. But I wouldn't normally. I would just use PVA. But it will take longer to dry. And I won't be able to finish them on film. And I can't pause while it dries because it's going dark. You'll not be able to see what I'm doing soon. Whee! Come on, glue. You can. That's it. So, I want some pretty near edge. I'm putting it on quite thick because it really will want to soak into this Hessian. I'm just going to plonk it on where I'm going to have enough room to trim around it. Then I'm going to plonk some on top of it. A lot of plonking going off, isn't there? Whee! I can hear all birds outside. They tend to get really loud when they're looking for somewhere to roost. Got a lot of trees out back. Got a lot of wood pigeons. Right, that's that. Let's put you on there, can't we? Because this will already nearly be dry because it's 3-in-1. So I'm going to trim up there. Whee! Yeah, can you see a bit's gone through? Are we dry? We're nearly dry. I think I'm dry enough to start snipping away. I'm not doing it exact to the same shape as... See what I mean? Look at that. I like it. We'll pull a few bits off so it looks all straggly raggedy. Oh, I do like that. Pop that one down to dry and we'll do this one. Yeah, I have cut myself before with these scissors. They do snip skin pretty well. See, I'm not being too careful with how I snip this. And we'll pull a few more bits out. I've gone quiet, haven't I? Really concentrated then. I was deciding where to pull bits from and where not. Right, so that's them. Oh, I do like that. I think they look lovely on corner pockets. Oh, imagine that on a belly band. That'd be lovely. So, that's my new stamps. I can see I'm getting an awful lot of use out of these in the most simple way, just for a corner pocket like that. I mean, we could even put lace or fabric under there. You could mat the whole thing on a piece of fabric. Yeah, especially if you've got that, like the sticky back fabric, you could put fabric between 2 layers of card and then it wouldn't interfere with you tucking things into that corner pocket, would it? Right, so there we have it. And because we are getting dark now, I'm going to leave it there. So that was my haul from Honeypot Crafts and just a quick little bit of stamping. And I think you'll agree that as my stamping skills are not the hottest, they still came out pretty well. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. I'll put links to products below. I'll put links to Honeypot Crafts, and if you're in the US, I will find where they are available. If they're not, I will find some Amazon links for you. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.